7-run deficit last night to win 11-9. Today, the Tigers and Monarchs play for the series victory. Good afternoon, and War Eagle from Sanford Stadium, Hitchcock Field at Plainsman Park. With Brad Law, I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn jumped out to a 9-2 lead last evening and appeared to be headed for a series victory. However, the Monarchs scored 9 unanswered runs to even the series. Derek Fabian has led Auburn at the plate this weekend, going 5 for 9 with 4 runs batted in, a homer, and 4 runs scored. Old Dominion starters have been hittable this weekend. Yesterday, Auburn knocked around Dylan Brown, but the Monarchs' bullpen stymied the Tigers. After Auburn jumped out to that 9-2 lead, ODU allowed just 1 hit for the remainder of the game. Auburn goes with freshman right-hander Christian Chatterton today. He's 1-0 with an earned run average of 3.68. Old Dominion counters with senior left-hander Blake Morgan, 1-0 on the year. He has an earned run average of 5.19. When we return, the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Smith moves to the right and shoots a jumper. Missed everything, and up for the rebound is Chris Porter. To Doc. Baseball pass. Front court, Brian Smith. Baseline 8-footer. In and out. No good. Oh, my goodness. What a jam by Porter. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Abbeville, Alabama. A one-handed slam. Get ready, ESPN. That's a highlight there.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown.
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
SEC.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with our exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Butch Thompson.
You get 15 strikeouts yesterday and a tale of 2 different games. Sometimes stats don't tell the big story in a baseball game, do they?
No, they don't. And it was a tale of 2 games. I think that's appropriate. Where going in the ball game, we thought the major key to having success was getting to a great starter. And our guys did phenomenal. The at-bats were amazing. I think we were up 9-2 or something after the 4th inning, mission accomplished. And then, they threw a bunch of all speed at us, and we have to be able to adjust to that next challenge. And I think we got 1 single the rest of the way. And we did get back to, tie and run at second base, I think, with the bases loaded there in the 8th, and where they helped us a little bit in that inning, and we couldn't cash it in there. But I think the story comes on 15 strikeouts, but just if you're a young pitcher out there listening, that doesn't necessarily guarantee the result that you want. And we're at 58% strikes. I think it was our lowest strike percentage of the season. We've averaged 65% strikes, and that's the flag that we've waved with this ball club. So we're way off that mark. And what that means is just too many at-bats ended last night behind in the count. That makes you predictable. Ike Irish blocked 2 balls. And his knees went to the ground to block 2 balls. So our balls were elevated. When you're having trouble throwing a strike and you're pulling the ball off the plate like we did a lot last night with several relievers, when you are just trying to throw a strike, it's not always quality of strike. When you're mixing pitches and getting ahead, you're a little less predictable, and and you're not worried about a strike, you're probably throwing a more quality strike. And when you're up in the count, it allows you to throw balls. I didn't see us lift and go above and below the zone. It's because we were so deficient in the count last night. And hope it's a good lesson. It'd be, it's our fourth weekend. This will end our fourth weekend and be our fourth weekend in a row to try to win a series. But, man, they reeled us in last night. And after that really good performance on Friday, we got to fight to win a series here at Plainsman Park today.
Chatterton gets the start for you today. Talk about his outing last week down in Arlington, and what do you look for today in his final start before the start of Southeastern Conference play?
For him to just keep growing. I thought he really steadied himself, and I like what our coaches are doing. Like everything I told the team this morning, you got to stay together as a group of guys. So this is a good test. We've had gone on the road and had good success. We had a first weekend with some challenges and got through that. And now this is a different challenge to play a game where we just threw some things out here that'll never work. And can we come out here today and understand what the tenets of the game are? And it's not how many hits you get and how many strikeouts you get, but what are our tenets to help us have success and stay together. So Chatterton had a couple of innings, and then he really land that curveball, get all his pitches working. It seems like those are the guys throwing the best for us that can really throw their fastball, can really mix and change speeds. Dutton did an amazing job of that in Texas and got us another win here on Friday. Chatterton got the most length, the longest outing of his career. I want him to get to that earlier. Chatterton, Alvarez on Tuesday have thrown some good innings, but can they get off to that good start? It seems like they find themselves as young pitchers in the second or third inning. Can we get there sooner? It might keep some runs off the board, might give them a little more length to their outing on the back end.
Had to wait a little bit longer to get this game in today. Any effect or question in your mind as you get ready for this one today?
No, we just go at first pitch time and then work back from there. The same routine there, so I think it'll be fine. And maybe that's different if you haven't been on the field or played a game coming off a midweek into a weekend. But
what have you seen out of this Old Dominion offense first 2 days of the week?
Just resiliency, just hanging in there, just playing the game, just like the Wright State crew. We know that they're never going to go away. The lead doesn't matter. You're seeing that a lot of runs in college baseball right now. And if you're up or you're down, and that's why I took the emotions out of it when I met with the team this morning. I'm like, in a game, you're always thinking, stop this or do that. When you look at the end of the game, when you throw 58% strikes, when you play a 3-hour and 40-minute game, and you throw 200 pitches in a college baseball game, it's tough for the game to reward you. And whether it's Old Dominion or it's Vanderbilt next weekend or UT Martin is coming Tuesday night in Huntsville, I don't think the game cares. The game cares about the tenants. So hopefully we can come out here and play a shorter game, throw more strikes, keep having at bats. I do think our offense now has got to adjust. I know we had a slide step change up against Baylor that slowed us up. Second half of the ball game last night, they threw a lot of off speed. We saw a lot of guys jumping out front instead of staying in the hole and having at bats. Well, we're going to have to adjust to that because I think Old Dominion, the boys are smart over there. I think they're going to continue this work. We're going to keep doing the same thing. That's what I expect today, what they should do. So our offense has to adjust and, thinking about breaking ball, change up, slider, they're probably going to see a gazillion of them here to start today's game.
Show the best today. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
O'Reilly.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer, don't miss Power Torque Tools DIY days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, save $20 on a Power Torque 248-piece mechanics tool set. O Rewards members get a $5 reward.
Check.
Power Torque professional hand tools come with a lifetime guarantee. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn Baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
We'll start with Old Dominion. The Monarchs, coached by Chris Finwood. He is 5 wins away from 400 in his career at Old Dominion. He's got 637 career wins in 23 seasons overall. He's in his 14th season at the helm of the Monarchs, and his lineup looks like this. Teron Hammond at second base, back at the top of the lineup. Batting second and playing right field, it's Kanan George. Luke Waters is the left fielder. He'll hit third. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Zach Late. Kyle Edwards bats fifth and plays short. The DH is Efren Morales. He'll bat sixth. Hitting seventh in center field is Ryan Thomas. Evan Holmes back behind the plate this afternoon. He'll bat eighth. And Brody Connors gets his first action of the weekend. He starts at third base and rounds out the order. Again, for Old Dominion, Hammond, George, Waters, Late, Edwards, Morales, Thomas, Holmes, and Connors. No Ike Irish in the lineup for Auburn today. Butch Thompson's Tigers at 12-3 on the season. He, by the way, is 5 wins shy of 300 as the Auburn head coach. He's in his 10th season. The third baseman is Eric Snow. He's found a home at the top of the lineup for Auburn. Cooper McMurray at first base in the 2-hole for a second straight day. Derek Fabian, the shortstop, hits third, and Cade Ballou back in the cleanup spot and playing center field. The catcher is Chase Fralick. He'll bat fifth. Hitting sixth and playing second base, it's Chris Rembert. Lucas Steele is the Tigers' DH this afternoon. He'll bat seventh. Bub Terrell is back in right field and batting eighth. And Bristol Carter back in left field, batting ninth. Again for Auburn, Snow, McMurray, Fabian, Ballou, Fralick, Rembert, Steele, Terrell, Carter. Final pregame timeout. The two head coaches have just met with each other and the umpires at home plate. They're headed back to their dugouts now. We'll set the Auburn defense and tell you a little more about the freshman Christian Chatterton, who's set to make his 4th start in the orange and blue after this timeout. It's the Tigers and Monarchs, winner-take-all game in this weekend series. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Cook's Pest Control, keeping your home and business safe from pests and termites since 1928. And by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
The Auburn Tigers have taken the field. Bristol Carter in left, Cade Ballou in center, Bub Terrell in right. Along the infield, it's Snow at third, Fabian at short, Rembert at second, McMurray at first. Freilich behind the plate for the freshman Christian Chatterton out of Brooks High School in Killen. The freshman is 1-0 in 3 starts this year, 14 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and 17 strikeouts. He's got an earned run average of 3.68, and teams are batting .240 this year against Christian Chatterton. He had 9 strikeouts in a 5-inning effort against Baylor a week ago today, picked up his win on the season and helped the Tigers complete their 3-game sweep at Globe Life Field a week ago. About set to see him for start number 4 in his Auburn career. Hammond, George, and Waters to greet him, and we turn it over again to get us started today on a chilly Sunday afternoon to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. First pitch weather forecast brought to you by Blue Moon. When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of their Belgian-style wheat ale crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter, celebrate responsibly. 2025 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 51 degrees right now. Cloudy conditions at Plainsman Park. Wind out of the northeast at 12 miles per hour, and we pray that the rain is through the area. This game was originally scheduled to start at 2, but moved back because of the rain that came through the area this morning and early this afternoon. Old Dominion will lead it off with Teron Hammond, second baseman, batting .389, no homers and 2 runs batted in. Tigers with the white trousers, orange uniform, blue numerals and lettering, blue ball cap with the orange AU across the front. Lined in the first pitch from Chatterton is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. John Brammer behind the plate, Clint Lawson at first, Kevin Sweeney at second, and James Ainsworth the third. A ball and no strikes to Hammond, 4 for 8 on the weekend, a couple runs scored, 2 runs batted in. There's a fastball at 90 in there for a strike from Chatterton. Count even in a ball and a strike. Kanan George and Luke Waters to follow Hammond here in the first. Auburn won opening night 10-4. Old Dominion came back and beat the Tigers last night 11-9. 1-1 pitch. Hammond takes the off-speed pitch. It drops in for strike 2. Freilich behind the plate. Chatterton on the hill. It's a freshman battery for the Tigers this afternoon. 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Hammond jammed, fouls it up the right side. That'll get into the seats. Just beyond the grandstand down the right side. Into the concession area. Just below the brand new suites down the right side, the 984 Club. A ball and 2 strikes. The count remains to Hammond. Line and pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him swinging. That's the way the game begins. First strikeout of the day. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Well, a better start than his last start, that's for sure. Baylor hit a home run, Jack Little, on the second pitch of the bottom of the first inning in Arlington.
And it was a no-doubter, wasn't it?
No-doubter, absolutely crushed. He came back, struck out the next guy, walked the third hitter, and then struck out 4 and 5. 3 strikeouts in the inning.
There's the right fielder, Kanan George, 4 for 7 this weekend. He has scored 5 times. Has a home run on the weekend. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. George and Efren Morales with the 2 home runs on the weekend, 1 in each game for Old Dominion. Light blue uniforms today, dark blue numbers, and a white trim. 1-0 pitch. This is low. 2 balls and no strikes, the count to George. Batting .293, a pair of homers, and 7 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander, Christian Chatterton. Second baseman Rembert plays up the middle for the Tigers. Snow pretty close to the line at third. 2-0 pitch to George. Fastball, strike. 91 from the right-hander Christian Chatterton. Peers over the top of his glove, goes to work, 2-1. It missed outside, 3 balls and a strike to count to George. Chatterton in the short sleeves, does not wear the long sleeves underneath here today on a cool afternoon for baseball. 3-1 pitch to George. Here it is. Just a little bit out. And it's a 1-out walk to Kanan George. One of the better base stealers on the year for Old Dominion. And it brings Luke Waters to the plate.
Yeah, only Kyle Edwards has more than George.
George is 3 for 3 this season. Waters on the weekend, 3 for 9 with a run scored, a couple runs batted in. Raised his average above the 200 mark. He's at 205, no homers, 5 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter.
They have not attempted a stolen base this weekend. I wonder if they would with Fralick.
Pitch drops in for a strike. Off-speed delivery at 75. One out, one on for Old Dominion. We're in the top of the first.
Teams are 2 for 3 trying to steal against Chase.
Pitch. Fastball. Miss low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Waters. 6'1", 200-pound senior from Laurel, Delaware, Del Mar High School. Chatterton stretches. Comes set above the belt, the 1-1. Chopper to the right side. Rembert will go to first. He looked at second for a split second, but threw to first, got the out, and George goes to second on the play.
Do you think that if he had been going to his right instead of his left,
question. Yeah.
he makes it? But the momentum carrying him away from second base, you just take the sure out.
He would have had to almost completely turn 90 degrees to his right to make the throw, and I think it would have been close anyway.
Yeah, good point.
2 down. Here's Zach Lake, the first baseman. Left-handed hitter. 2 for 8 on the weekend, a run scored and a run batted in. George gets his lead at second. He's there with 2 down. Stretch by Chatterton in the pitch. Popped up, left side foul. That'll get out of play and to the Tiger Terrace. Nobody on that lower level right now. That's where the ball went.
You know, that lower level is a pretty neat updating here at the ballpark. They've got
plush.
Yeah, they've got like padded lounge seats and grills. You can actually go grill during the game, your own personal grill.
0-1 the count to Late. 2 down in the inning. Pitch on the way. A little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
I think when the weather gets a little bit warmer and you'll see some smoke billowing up
Go
from there.
see some Conecuh sausage dogs on the grill.
Yeah.
1-1. Missed high. And when he has missed in this first inning, especially with the fastball, Christian has missed up. 2 balls and a strike to Late out of Dana Point, California. 6'2", 225, a junior. Transferred in from Orange Coast College. Here's the 2-1. Fastball underneath the hands and too far inside, 3-1.
Chatterton last week, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts against Wright State, which was his shortest outing of the year. He walked 3 and only struck out 3. So the other 2 walks and 14 strikeouts, but 2 weeks ago it was a 1-to-1 ratio.
3-1 pitch, here it is. There's a strike on the inside corner. Late was about to toss his bat away.
Yeah, he was a couple steps up the line already.
Full count. Late hitting .333, has a homer, 7 runs batted in. The stretch by Chatterton and the 3-2 pitch. Right back to him. Drops it, picks it up, runs to first, flips to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left for Old Dominion. Auburn comes to the plate in the bottom of the first, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Since Auburn Bank opened in 1907, we've been tested by world wars, pandemics, and plenty of troubled times. Through it all, we've not only survived, but thrived by staying true to our core values of sound money management and putting our customers first. And just as surely as more challenges will come, we'll meet them the way we always have, with your confidence and our experience. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Nothing doing for Old Dominion in the top of the first inning. Let's set the Monarchs defense before Auburn comes to bat for the first time with Snow, McMurray, and Fabian. It's Luke Waters in left field, Ryan Thomas in center, Kanan George in right. On the infield, Brody Connors at third, Kyle Edwards at short, Teron Hammond is the second baseman, Zach Late is at first. The catcher is Evan Holman. He was the catcher Friday, did not play yesterday. And then Blake Morgan does the pitching. Morgan, a lefty, 6'1", 190, a senior out of Marlton, New Jersey, and Cherokee High School. Numbers on Morgan this season. He's 1-0 in 3 starts with a 5.19 earned run average, 17 and a third innings, second most on the team. 14 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. He's walked 9, struck out 18. He's given up 3 doubles, 2 homers. Teams are batting just .219 against Blake Morgan. And something you don't see all the time, his primary pitch is the changeup.
Yeah, he almost works backwards, doesn't he?
Yes.
Changeup at 78 to 81. He's got a fastball that will top 90. But as Brad mentioned, his bread and butter pitch is that change. And that was a struggle for Auburn last night, was the changeup out of the bullpen for Old Dominion. Eric Snow will lead it off, 4 for 11 on the weekend. Lefty winds and fires, and there's a line drive into center field, but right at the center fielder. A sinking liner, and Ryan Thomas makes the catch. Well struck, but Thomas in center field makes the catch.
It was moving on Thomas. He charged in and then had to back up and then had to charge in again. And I don't know if you saw TV, got a good shot. He turned to the right fielder, George, afterwards and waved his hand. Yeah, it was moving on him out there in center field.
Here's Cooper McMurray, 2 or 3 for 10 this weekend with a home run last night. Almost took out Jacob Hillman in the back 40. First pitch in there for a strike to McMurray. We're told that Jacob called the home run out in the back 40. We do not have verification from anyone other than Jacob. 0-1. Missed outside, a ball and a strike to Cooper.
So if anybody was out there with him last night,
we'd like it. We'd like a second source
and remembers it.
McMurray hitting .418, 5 homers, team lead with 18 runs batted in. That's second on the ball club. 1-1 pitch. Again, outside, 2 balls and a strike, and it's just something Auburn's going to have to get used to and make if it needs to, make the adjustment to this changeup from Blake Morgan. Third straight left-handed starter that Auburn's facing today. Now the 2-1. High fly ball into right. Did not hit it especially well. George, to his right, makes the catch. 2 outs.
That swing on a fastball is out of the ballpark. But he had to try to slow it down after he started the swing. He recognized changeup, and that's Coach Thompson talks all the time about taking the sting out of the swing. That's what Morgan's changeup does. It takes – you have to slow your swing down. You don't have the full force of it, and you get a fly ball as opposed to a home run.
I think we've only seen 1 fastball thrown, and that was the first pitch of the inning that Snow stung into center. Here's Fabian. First pitch to him. Bounced it foul up the third base line.
I think that might be the fastball right there at 81. His fastball is not relative to every other fastball Auburn's going to see this year. It's just not very fast. Yeah. But that changeup is awfully good.
Lanky lefty. Morgan with the 0-1. Got it in on the hands. That was a fastball at 91, and it was fouled back, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Fabian. 2 outs and nobody on for Auburn in the first. Pitch. Swing on a looper down the left field line. Waters makes the run near the line and makes the catch, and the inning is over.
3 fly ball outs. Look, for Chatterton to have success, he wants ground balls. If Morgan is on, he's going to get a lot of fly balls like that.
3 up and 3 down for Auburn. We're through 1 at Plainsman Park. No score between the Tigers and the Monarchs. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Montgomery is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Montgomery. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against Old Dominion.
No score through 1. Today's second inning is brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains. It runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently. All at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. 19 pitches in the first inning for Chatterton, worked around a 1-out walk. He will get Kyle Edwards, Efren Morales, and Dorian Thomas in the Old Dominion second. Glad to be with you today on the Auburn Sports Network with Brad Law. Jacob Hellman hanging out in the booth today as well. I'm Andy Bertram.
He showed us a claim of verification to his home run call, but it's not an independent source.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Kyle Edwards will lead it off for the Monarchs. 2 for 8 this weekend. 4 runs batted in. Bunts it. Back to the pitcher. Bare hand stab Chatterton to first. In time for the out. Nicely played and 0 room for any error. Chatterton to McMurray for the out.
No, his follow-through takes him off the opposite side of the mound, and so he had to get set, change directions, and then get square to make the throw. Perfect body control as he made that throw.
If Edwards puts it more up the third base line, he's probably on base.
Yep.
1 out, and here is Efren Morales, the DH. He is 1 for 9 this weekend with a homer. That came on Friday. Pitch on the way. Curveball, and there for a strike. Overhand curve from Chatterton for strike 1. Outfield play straight away with Morales at the plate. The DH for the Monarchs awaits the 0-1 pitch. Nice fastball. Actually, the change misses outside, a ball and a strike.
Morales 0 for 7 since that homer in the first inning Friday.
1-1 delivery. Check swing foul to the on-deck circle.
Could use 3 straight breaking balls to start the at-bat. Hasn't shown Morales the fastball yet.
Yes, a ball and 2 strikes the count to Morales. Snow a step closer to the third base line. Awaits the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Misses outside, 2-2. Morales batting .265 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another off-speed delivery from Chatterton. Second strikeout for the Tigers. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one.
Effective use of that breaking ball. Getting called strikes early leads to getting swings and misses, and that's really well placed, too. That ball ended up on the outside corner and around the knees. Not a whole lot that Morales could do with it.
Ryan Thomas, the third right-handed hitter to face Chatterton. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss at the fastball.
Love starting him with that fastball, too, after he just stood on the on-deck circle and saw nothing but breaking balls.
Right. Thomas is 2 for 6 with a run scored this weekend, batting .235 on the season. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, off speed at 78. He's gone fastball and straight change. And Chatterton is ahead of Thomas, no balls and 2 strikes. Christian with the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Got him swinging off speed again. Freilich will need to throw to first. He does, and the inning is over. Third strikeout for Chatterton and the Tigers. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. We're through an inning and a half. No score between the Tigers and the Monarchs. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For 70 years, Max Credit Union has been more than just a financial institution. We've been a part of your community, your milestones, your dreams. At Max, you're not just a customer. You're a member, a neighbor, a friend. So as we celebrate 70 years of trust, service, and financial growth, we want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing Max, and thank you for letting us be a part of your journey. Max Credit Union, 70 years strong and just getting started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Welcome back to Plainsman Park. No score between Auburn and Old Dominion. 3 strikeouts already for Auburn starter Christian Chatterton. Blake Morgan set down Auburn in order in the bottom of the first, and he will get Cade Ballou, Chase Freilich, and Chris Rembert in the second. Ballou, 3 hits on the weekend. Freilich and Rembert with 2 apiece. Ballou, freshman All-SEC a year ago. Freilich, a freshman this year, hitting .431, and Chris Rembert is the SEC Freshman of the Week. Wind and the pitch. Swing and a drive into the gap in right center field. It is down. It's a base hit for Cade Ballou. Cut off by Ryan Thomas, and Auburn has its first base runner, a leadoff single here in the second for Cade.
I'm watching Cade. He took an odd route, like his step to hit the bag was longer than his regular stride. I think he's okay. He just kind of walked back to the bag a little awkwardly, but I think he's okay. He got a smile on his face. He's fine.
Here's Chase Freilich, 2 for 10 this weekend, 4 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. Fastball that's outside at 90 from Morgan. Freilich with a bases clearing double in the 8th inning on Friday night. Kind of put that game away for the Tigers. Good lead. Throw to first. Ballou is back. It was close. Cade, Auburn's leader with 10 stolen bases in 12 attempts. A ball and no strikes to Freilich. Leadoff man on for Ballou. He's at first. Stretch. And the pitch. Ground ball base hit through the left side. They had the shift on, and Ballou cruises into third base without a throw. First and third, and nobody out for Auburn. Freilich hit it where they weren't.
Well, they have really, without many, if any, exceptions, gone immediately into the shift against left-handed hitters. You see some teams do it with 2 strikes. they do it immediately. That's a routine ground ball to short, but because Edwards was on the other side of the bag, nobody home.
Yeah. So runners at the corners for Auburn, and here's Chris Rembert. 2 for 6 on the weekend, a run batted in, a couple runs scored. Ballou at third and Freilich at first, the stretch and the pitch. Rembert takes it upstairs for ball 1. Third baseman Brody Connors getting his start today, even with the bag at third, but playing off the line. Now the 1-0. Up the right side, off of the netting above the dugout for Old Dominion. And the count is even, a ball and a strike. One and one to Rembert. Freilich gets his lead at first, Ballou down at third. Here's the 1-1. Left it upstairs with the change. 2 balls and a strike to Chris. We're in the bottom of the second. No score. Runners at the corners for Auburn. 2-1. Left side. Shortstop knocks it down. The only thing he can do is stand up. A run scores. Ballou scores on the third straight single of the inning for Auburn. It's an RBI single for Rembert. That gives him 14 RBIs on the season, and the Tigers are on the board. Auburn leads 1-0.
Sure does appear that Gabe Gross and the hitters had a conversation, and an adjustment was made from the first to the second inning. 3 fly ball outs in the first to now 3 straight singles here in the second.
First and second, a run home for Auburn. Nobody out. Here's Lucas Steele, the DH. Stretch by Morgan. And the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Lucas batting .217 on the season. No homers. He's driven home 7. Freilich at second for Auburn and Rembert at first. The lefty Morgan comes set. Now the 0-1. Steele pops it up. Right side of the infield. Late, the first baseman under it makes the catch. Infield roll is out. And there's one down in the inning.
The only ball that's been hit on the ground really was Freilich's. Well, Rembert hit the ground ball that was the infield single. So Auburn, when it's getting out, is getting underneath the changeup.
Here's Bub Terrell. Batting .250 this season, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike. Bub 0 for 3 on the weekend. Right side of the infield plays him to pull late. Close to the line. Off the stretch, Morgan. Here's the 0-1. It misses low. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Ball and a strike to Bub Terrell. Tigers up 1-0. We're in the second. 1 out. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Terrell sends one in to left. Waters to his right and in a few steps makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. Runners back to the bags.
That time it wasn't the changeup. It was a fastball.
And the number 9 hitter, Bristol Carter, to the plate for Auburn. 1-4-5 this weekend with a run scored. Batting .233 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Tigers up 1-0. Auburn had runners at the corners, nobody out. Now runners at first and second with 2 down. Stretched by Morgan, the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. 1 hop, he throws to second, gets the runner there. And the inning is over. A run for Auburn on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We're through 2 at Plainsman Park. Auburn leads Old Dominion 1-0. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. or if you overcame.
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Back to more of the Tigers and Monarchs at Plainsman Park.
Yeah. Got to open it up. Got to open up the club face.
Everybody knows that.
Golly. All right, we go to the top of the third. Holman, Connors, and Hammond for Old Dominion. They have a chipping contest.
I was going to say, this is the Auburn Sports Network where we come back from break with random conversations about the mid-inning
golf
promotions.
Yeah.
Tell you what we don't do on this network. Never mind.
Third inning is presented by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. After a 19-pitch first inning for Chatterton, he set down Old Dominion in order with a couple strikeouts on 8 pitches in the second. He's at 27 pitches as Evan Holman comes to the plate. Left-handed hitting catcher for Old Dominion. First pitch. Fastball upstairs. Holman batting .320, no homers and 2 runs batted in. Chatterton, the wind and the 1-0. It misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Holman. 3 for 4 on the weekend, has not scored a run or driven home a run.
Didn't play yesterday. Jack Slater had the game behind the plate yesterday.
Now the 2-0. Fly ball. Just behind the second base bag, Derek Fabian calls everybody off. Has to make a last-second adjustment to his left and makes the catch. 1 out.
First fly ball out.
Wind is a factor today, friends, and it has picked up just a bit.
In and out of the booth.
Well, as long as you and I are here, it's a windy day. 1 down, and here's Brody Connors.
Beat everybody else to the punch. I like that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Wind in the pitch. Got a fastball up, and he fouled it straight back.
That's a good pitch. Up and in. Had Connors early, turned him around.
Connors from Newport Beach, California, batting .286 on the season. His first at-bat of the weekend. Here's the 0-1. Fastball. Fouled off the right side, out of play. 0-2.
I think he wanted that one a little further in, too. He got it up over the middle of the plate. Not bad. Challenged the number 9 hitter. He's only 2 for 7 for the year. Hasn't had many at-bats this year. Hasn't had any at-bats this weekend, so start him with the hard stuff.
A pair of fastballs so far, and he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. He shakes off a sign. And now goes into his motion, the 0-2. Ground ball left side. Snow stays down on that one, flips to first for the out, 2 down. 5-3 on the putout.
Just an excellent job of pitching. Fastball, and then a breaking ball down and away. Connors looking fastball, started the swing, but couldn't get any power behind it.
I think he got it off the end of the bat.
Yep.
2 down. And here's Teron Hammond, a strikeout victim to open today. Second baseman, 4 for 9 with a couple runs scored, a couple runs batted in. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Wind and delivery. It bounces up there. It's blocked by Freilich. A ball and no strikes. And that has been unusual for Chatterton early in this game, falling behind a hitter. 2 outs and nobody on for Old Dominion. Tigers lead 1-0. Wind and the 1-0. Line drive into right. Back goes Terrell. He's there to make the catch. And that is 8 in a row set down by Christian Chatterton. We go to the bottom of the third. Auburn on top by a score of 1-0. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Check out the new look at auburntigers.com. Read the latest feature stories. Get critical game day information and graphics. Search videos and audio. Find out how to get connected by digital and social media or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store or buy your tickets to the next event on the athletics calendar. auburntigers.com, the official website of Auburn Athletics.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health. Go to the bottom half of the third. Auburn on top 1-0. Tigers have the game's only 3 hits. They were singles by Ballou, Freilich, and Rembert. That plated the game's only run back in the second. Snow will lead it off for Auburn. His second look at Blake Morgan. 21 pitches for the left-hander for Old Dominion. Third straight day that Auburn has seen a lefty starter. And Auburn may see lefties all next week.
Yeah.
UT Martin in the 3 games at home against Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vandy has at least 2 left-handed starters and maybe 3. So Auburn should be well-versed in scouting lefties at that point.
First pitch to Eric Snow. Fastball in there for a strike at 89.
Let her high strike.
Snow with a line out to the center fielder, Ryan Thomas on the first pitch in the bottom of the first. Now the 0-1. Off speed and low, inside, a ball and a strike. Next up for this Auburn baseball team, Tuesday night at Toyota Field in Madison, the Tigers will play UT Martin. The broadcast at 5:45, 1-1. Off the end of the bat, into center. This could be trouble. This will be trouble. It falls in for a base hit. The second baseman, Hammond, gave chase. Thomas, I don't think he got the best read on it because of the swing.
Yep.
And it's just a bloop single in between the second baseman and the center fielder, the 5th hit of the weekend for Eric Snow.
Well, outfielders are taught, let you make your first step back. And it took him a beat or two to kind of get centered again and moving forward. So that was all the time that ball needed to drop.
Here's Cooper McMurray, who popped up into right back in the first. Stretch. Here's the pitch. Ooh, at the ankles for strike 1.
Yeah, Cooper asked him something. He nodded his head yes, and then waited a beat, and then cocked his head to the side like,
okay,
I don't know.
Snow at first. Leadoff single here in the third. The pitch. McMurray out in front of the change. No balls and 2 strikes to the Auburn first baseman. 3 for 11 this weekend. Average at 4-11, a team high 5 home runs on the year with 18 runs batted in. This is lefty on lefty. And Morgan's ahead of McMurray. No balls and 2 strikes. He comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a fastball.
He was very close to a pitch clock violation. I looked up, and the clock was at 0 as he was. It looked like it had hit 0 right before the motion. Now, it's not a hard time, like the buzzer doesn't go off. The umpire has the discretion, but, boy, he went right down to the end of it.
And got a sinking fastball to get McMurray out. First strikeout of the day for Morgan. And now Derek Fabian to the plate. Popped it up into left back in the first inning. And a throw to first, and Snow is back, standing up. Auburn women's tennis, a 4-love win today. Actually, a 4-3 win against Texas. They played all of the matches.
Yeah.
It was 4-love when Auburn clinched the match. Let's put it that way. Stretch and pitch. Fabian hits one deep into left field. Waters is back. He looks up. It is off the top of the canyon and clicks all the way into the center field. A run's going to score. Fabian's on his way to third. Are they giving him a home run?
Yes.
They have. They've given him a home run.
It was a late signal. But, yeah, they say it's up. That's about the third ball we've seen like that.
And Chris Finwood will ask for a review of this one. It is a 2-run homer right now for Derek Fabian, his 4th home run of the year. And Auburn leads 3-0. And Chris Finwood is asking for a clarification, considering after the ball hit the wall, it stayed in play.
Yeah. And
apparently he is satisfied. No, they're going to get a review.
This is an umpire replay review.
No, it's not even a. Okay. Thank you. So this will not go against Chris one way or the other. Replay reviews are presented by Jackson Services. Time to review your home's heating and cooling system? Choose Jackson Services. Comfort you can count on. From quick repairs to energy-saving upgrades, Jackson Services keeps Alabama's homes running smoothly year-round. Visit JacksonServicesCo.com. Jackson Services, official carrier-authorized dealer.
The ball hit top of the wall.
All right. Are they
the yellow line?
Are they saying that it may have hit the
it went
railing
above.
behind?
It did.
And then bounced back in.
On the second angle we got,
Now-
it very clearly hits the railing.
Now there's one guy out there that's pointing and saying, listen, it hit the railing, not the wall.
Yeah.
Of course, until this year, that was never a consideration. Yeah, that hit the railing behind.
Yeah.
That will be a 2-run homer, I think.
Very clear.
For Derek Fabian.
Replay is always conclusive.
Just maybe not to us.
Right. And you're right, Andy, that to your point, because of the new structure on top of the monster, the War Eagle wall, there's a walkway with side railings that runs up and juts out. If you're looking at it from behind the plate, it juts out to the right from the monster and where it begins to angle down. And that's where the ball ricocheted. The guy who was celebrating the home run with his hands up is actually pointing to where it hit.
Hit the railing.
Yep. And that's beyond the wall.
It's the final ramp that takes
you
up to the top of the War Eagle wall.
Couldn't come up with the word ramp a minute ago.
The review continues. Ask the gentleman in the hoodie.
I did the gray hoodie.
And he knows, man. Yeah, he's checking his watch on this review as well. Well put.
I can't say I disagree with
No.
him. How about this? I've never seen a more conclusive replay.
I mean, even if it would have hit the wall and bounced off the railing and back in, it would be a home run.
Correct.
But it appeared to hit the railing, and here comes the call.
All right.
Officially. But they're going to check first with Butch Thompson.
What? Now, see, why would they do that if they weren't going to bring Fabian back onto the field? If it's a home run, you just announce it.
Like we said,
this is
whatever they've told Butch Thompson,
He
it has
doesn't
not
like it.
made him happy at this point.
They're not saying it hit the wall. Surely they're not saying it hit the wall.
Well,
what they've told him it hit the wall. That's what
are they looking at?
I don't know. All right, the first angle, very clearly.
Yes,
there's
and Butch Thompson is at his wit's end right now.
There is nothing close about it, guys.
I want to know what they're looking at this moment. And I'm telling you what,
he's
Butch,
going to get run from
he
the
may,
game.
he may, but let me tell you what, he's going to get his money's
He
worth.
sure will.
If they say that hit the yellow line after looking at that review, I want to know what they're looking at.
He's got every right to be as furious as he gets here. There's nothing close about this.
Are they saying even if it hit the railing behind and came back on the field that it's not a home run at that point?
Are they saying the railing is the wall?
I'd love to get the explanation
we're gonna
here.
get it.
After replay, the runner from first is going to score, and the batter run will be placed at second base.
Unbelievable. What are you looking at?
Why?
What are you looking at? That review, I am absolutely mystified right now. I am more mystified today than by the crane yesterday.
There's a mark. There's
Yes.
a mark on the railing where the ball hit.
I would love the explanation. Are they saying that that the rule is if it hits that mark and comes back on the field that it's not a home run? It has to be that. There is no way that hit the yellow mark out there. For goodness sakes, it's not a home run. It's a run home. 2-0 Auburn. And there's a strike. It's a Cade Ballou. Boy, I'd love to know what the explanation is. It infuriated the head coach, and they let him go for a while.
Yeah.
Holy cow. 2-0 Auburn. It's a double, a run-scoring double for Fabian. The pitch. Outside. A ball and a strike.
So that's bogus on two levels. Number one, it very clearly was over the wall and beyond the wall. So is there a technicality in the rule that says that the ramp, that railing is the wall?
Well, if that's the case, why do you have the yellow mark on the wall?
I agree with you. I'm just saying that.
I'm not arguing with you. 1-1. Off the end of the bat, up the third base line. That's a foul ball. 1-2.
The other issue, the other reason it stinks for Derek is he was going to be at least at third because the ball ricocheted all the way to center and the center fielder overran it.
There was going to be a chance he might round the bases with an inside the park home run.
Right.
And that, when I initially saw it and I thought that it was off the wall, my thought was he may get an inside the park home run because it deflected almost into pure center field.
He was almost at third base when the home run sign was given.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Cade Ballou with the runner at second, the pitch. Ground ball, first base side, it's foul. Boy, oh boy. It is a run-scoring double for Fabian. The Tigers lead 2-0. That's the most important thing right now. The replay clearly showed that it hit the railing behind the monster out there in right field, or out in left center, the pitch. Strike 3 call in the outside corner.
That was a bad call, too.
Second out of the inning, second strikeout for Morgan. Listen, I don't blame Chris Finwood for asking for a review there, because it turns out the umpires were asking for it as well. But we were given no explanation as to why that wasn't a home run.
Yeah. No. Chris Finwood came out and convinced the umpires to make it an umpire challenge.
And if anyway, 2 outs, and here's Freilich. Pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 1. If they're saying that it did not hit the railing behind the wall first, I want to know what replay they were looking at.
Right.
Because the replay that we saw made it clear.
There were 2 angles we saw.
1-0 pitch to Freilich. Ground ball to the right side to the first baseman, and the inning comes to a close. Boy, oh boy. A run on 2 hits. Auburn has a home run taken away and a run taken away from them on the review. We're through 3. Tigers lead Old Dominion 2-0 as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. 1 item purchased equals 1 item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay, things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
All right, we go to the fourth. Auburn on top of Old Dominion by a score of 2-0. Christian Chatterton back to work for the Tigers. Gave up a one-out walk in the first. Since then, has set down 8 in a row. And he will get the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the fourth. And to take you through the middle 3 innings, I turn it over to Brad Long.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. George, Waters, and Late are the first 3 due up here against Chatterton. Chatterton's had that curveball working well. He's had the fastball in the low 90s. He's gotten swings and misses with both. And he's landed them both for called strikes. Kanan George walked. He's the only Monarch who's reached thus far. Wind in the pitch. Fastball, missed low. 1 ball, no strikes. Fell behind Holmes to lead off the third, and then threw only 1 more ball the entire inning. Wind and the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 1-1 to count. Old Dominion has hit 65 points better this weekend than its season average. 1-1. Curveball fouled back to the backstop. And it's 1-2. We're all in agreement, not to beat a dead horse, we're all in agreement that there is no question it hit the railing. That's not the question. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, got him with a changeup.
Beautiful changeup, and George was on his front foot and just watching it go by.
So that's 9 in a row retired by the Auburn freshman. Give you an idea of just the talent of this freshman class. You've had 2 SEC Freshman of the Week honors from different members of this class. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a strike to Waters. 0-1 to the Old Dominion left fielder. But then you had Andreas Alvarez in his first start, strikeout 9. That hadn't been done by an Auburn freshman in 11 years. 0-1 pitch bounced up there to Waters. It's 1-1. And then Chatterton comes out last week against Baylor, strikes out 9, tying the mark that Keegan Thompson set in 2014 and Andreas Alvarez matched earlier this year. 1-1. Breaking ball. Good pitch. Must have been a little inside on the landing spot. It's 2-1. After last inning, there's not going to be a lot of grace given the boys in blue. Here's the 2-1. Fastball swung and missed.
A great placement, down and away. After missing inside with the off-speed pitch and not missing by much.
No.
He goes down and away with a fastball.
He's working high, low, in and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chatterton ready to deal again. Into the wind, the pitch. Missed outside. And the count is full. Went to a couple of full counts in the first inning. This is the first since. Payoff pitch to Luke Waters. Chatterton off the right side of the rubber. It's lined over Snow at third base and into left field. It'll be extra bases for Waters. He's headed for second. Carter gets it in, but not before Waters collects his third double of the season. And it's the first base hit of the game for Old Dominion. It comes with 1 out in the 4th inning. 3-2 pitch. Got a fastball on the inner half of the plate. And he turned on it, sent it to left field. We won't talk about it the rest of the game, but I've got the ball that Fabian hit out off the railing. I'm holding out hope that there's some obscure ruling that if it hit the railing, it's swing and a miss by late on a changeup, 0-1. Because it just objectively can't be disputed that it hit the wall instead of the railing. It hit the rail. Bounced back into the field of play. 0-1. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a game that could be 3-0 is instead 2-0 Tigers here in the top of the 4th. Chatterton works from the stretch. It's just the second time in the game that Old Dominion's had a base runner. 1-1 pitch. Fastball hit in the air to left. Back goes Carter. Now circles around and makes the catch shy of the warning track for the second out.
Good throw back in on a hop, but runner back in time.
That's the first fly ball out to the outfield for Old Dominion today. Everything else is strikeouts or on the ground. And here's Kyle Edwards. That's not right. They hit one out to Terrell last inning. Edwards grounded back to Chatterton to start the second. Pitch number 50 on the way. Breaking ball, a little high, 1-0. Finished at the belt, but ruled high for ball 1. Edwards decided to watch one. He swung at the first pitch last time. Freshman right-hander delivers. Fastball, that's got the spot on the outside corner. Evens the count, 1-1. I want to thank our friends at East Alabama Health for sponsoring Auburn baseball. 1-1 in the dirt all the way to the backstop. Freilich has to chase it all the way up the first base line. In fact, McMurray eventually rescues it in the field of play. Down to third goes Waters on the wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike, the count to Edwards. East Alabama Health's team of first responders, they're always here to provide first aid care at Plainsman Park and at every other Auburn Athletics home event. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's a delivery. Swing and a fly ball to right center. Ballou has tracked it. He's under it. Makes the catch. Inning over. Strikeout, 2 fly outs, and Chatterton works around the first base hit allowed. A 1-out double. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 Tigers, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, batter. Spring is in full swing on the Plains for Auburn softball and baseball. Lock in your seats today for J.B. Moore Field and Plainsman Park on AUBTix.com. Single game tickets start at only $12 and $15, with other ticket packages available for everyone in the Auburn family. Check out all the fun promotions and giveaways we have planned this season and head to AUBTix.com or click tickets in the Auburn Athletics app to get yours today. War Eagle.
Children's of Alabama is excited to partner with Auburn baseball because at Auburn, it's about making a difference on and off the field. The team is thrilled to introduce Hits and Sits, where all proceeds will benefit Children's of Alabama. Step up to the plate and sponsor a home game. You can sign up by visiting bc5foundation.org. Choose a game and a strikeout or a hit. It will be echoed beyond Plainsman Park into the lives of families at Children's of Alabama. Sign up today at bc5foundation.org. War Eagle.
Nothing Auburn as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Rembert, Steele, and Terrell against Blake Morgan. Tigers have put 5 hits, sprayed 5 hits throughout the ballpark. Even one that left the ballpark, but was overturned. It's 2-0. Chris Rembert drove home a run with a base hit in the second inning, the last of 3 straight singles for the Tigers to open that second inning. First pitch. Missed the outside corner. 1-0 the count. 36 pitches for Morgan. He's worked economically too. 10 balls, 26 strikes. The lefty delivers, and there's a high fly ball to shallow right. George coming on over toward the line. Straightens up and makes the catch. And now here's Lucas Steele. Steele popped out to the first baseman his first time, 0 for 1. When he gets it going, you're going to see a power display for the Samford transfer. He's 5 for 24 for the year. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. It was after the 4th inning in last night's game that the offense stalled. 0-1, low. 1-1 the count here to the Auburn DH. Auburn managed just 1 hit after the 4th inning in last night's game against an Old Dominion bullpen that had been maligned coming in. 1-1, foul tipped into the mitt, 1-2. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0. Tigers lead. Nobody on, 1 out. Blake Morgan, the lefty. Winds, plants, fires, and the pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Nice piece of pitching by Morgan. 2 down. He's retired 4 in a row now since Fabian's at bat last inning. And here's Bub Terrell. That appeared to inject a little life in Morgan. And it deflated Auburn a little bit for the time being. They want to answer quickly. Here the pitch is low to Terrell. 1 ball, no strikes. And Fabian hit one off the railing beyond the War Eagle wall. Bounced back into the field of play. It was initially ruled a home run. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Chris Finwood, the coach at Old Dominion, came out and asked the umpires to review it. They did, and somehow concluded. Pitch down and away, 2-1. Unbeknownst to anybody who saw the review,
right,
that it hit the yellow line and not the rail. I don't get it. 2-1. High pop off the hands, left side, foul ground, likely headed for the seats. It is 4 rows deep. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Auburn's talented freshman right fielder. Terrell flied to left in the second inning. He's 0 for 4 on the weekend. He has walked once against ODU. Wind in the 2-2. Bouncing ball, left side, shortstop, backhand stab and a beauty, but he has no throw. Edwards, from the shift, ran back to the shortstop spot and made a terrific short hop backhand pick.
That got up on him, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't down on the ground. That came up on him, and he made the play. Just unable to then throw to first to get Terrell.
Yeah.
That was a terrific play by Edwards just to get his glove on that ball.
Yeah. Bub might have thought about 2 on that. He had a lot of green grass out there in left center.
I agree.
Instead, he's at first for Bristol Carter. Bristol went after the first pitch last time. They throw to first. Back standing is Terrell. No throw, no tag applied. Bub's 2 for 2 in the stolen base department this year. Carter reached on a fielder's choice. He grounded it to short. Last time up, shows bunt and tried to push it up the right side.
He was
fouled it away.
Yeah, he's bunting for a base hit there.
Not a bad idea. If you get it past the pitcher, it's a sure thing because the second baseman, they've nearly shifted against Carter. It's not a shift. Hammond is
close.
Close, yeah. He's just barely to this side of the bag. Pitch to Carter down and in. 1-1 to the Auburn left fielder. 2 runs on 6 hits for Auburn. They were retired in order in the first on 3 fly balls, but hits in each inning since. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Morgan delivers and misses low. Off speed pitch, 2-1. Carter's average, 227. He is 1 for 6 with a walk and a single this weekend. He takes ball 3 inside and low. Closer than ball 2, but down and in.
Morgan's asking if that was low.
And he nods after he gets the explanation. Terrell gets his lead at first. It's short. 3-1 pitch. Missed inside. Ball 4.
It's good at bat by Bristol.
Good patient at bat.
Because Morgan didn't miss by much on anything there. Just a good eye, Brad.
You're right. So now with 2 outs, here's Snow. Snow singled his last time up, came around to score on Fabian's at-bat.
First walk surrendered by Morgan today.
Snow 1 for 2. And now time called. Snow steps out. Morgan steps off. All right, so this question was posed during the commercial break. Snow,
it's a good one, too.
Yeah, Snow was at first when Fabian hit his ball, right? If that's a ground rule double, why was he allowed to score? Pitch, ground ball, left side, base hit into left center field. Here comes Terrell. Carter heads for third. It's an RBI single for Eric Snow, and it's 3-0 Auburn. Every bit of this with 2 outs.
Yeah, and the 2-out walk really pays dividends for Auburn. Because Terrell goes to second base, and then on the first pitch to Snow, just to the left side of the second base bag, and no throw home to get Terrell, and the Tigers lead 3-0.
Here's Cooper McMurray. That is Snow's 6th hit of the weekend. He is 6 for 14 now against Old Dominion. And here comes the Old Dominion pitching coach.
There is activity. I'm not sure there's anyone throwing yet. There is at least one member of the bullpen in the ODU bullpen.
Don't have the same crowd on the back 40 as we had last night.
Were they giving you? Oh, it's nice.
Tipping us off.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric Snow. How about Eric Snow and the way that he's just come in?
Yeah.
Delivered. 2 for 3 again today. A run scored, a run driven in. John Brammer, the home plate umpire, out there as a part of the meeting on the mound. Morgan gets a pat on the backside, and now he'll deal with Cooper McMurray. Cooper's 0 for 2. 7 of Auburn's 9 starters have been on base at least once already. 7 hits for the Tigers. McMurray is flied to right, and he is struck out. His third look at Morgan begins with a pop-up. Left side, third baseman Connors dealing with the swirling wind in fair territory. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Auburn adds a run on 2 hits and a walk. No errors and 2 left on base. Through 4, it's Auburn 3, Old Dominion nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoTigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC, member FDIC, Terms, conditions, and fees apply. It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
We head to the...
I don't know why I did that. Just decided to do it.
What tune was that?
I don't even know. It was. I was just riffing.
You're such a musically inclined fella.
You bet.
Wish they'd ask you to sing the anthem sometime. Morales, Thomas, and Holmes, 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up in the 5th inning. 5th inning presented by Wind Creek Casinos.
How many?
3. There are 3
That's
Alabama
exactly
locations.
right.
Yes. In Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka, by the way. Speaking of 3, it's 3-0 Auburn as we go to the 5th. Christian Chatterton delivers the first pitch of the inning and gets a Steve Reich at the knees, 0-1. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. How do you do that? You play the hottest games. You win fabulous rewards at Wind Creek Casinos and on the Casinoverse app. Chatterton, 4 strikeouts through 4 innings. He's given up a hit. The pitch. Down in the dirt. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
54
Morales.
pitches right now for Chatterton. Yep. His first inning was his long inning. He threw 19 pitches in the first. He's
been about 11 or 12 cents per inning. 1-1 now to Morales. The delivery. Threw him a curve and missed high. 2-1. He's not gotten the high strike on the breaking ball today. He's gotten a lot of swings and misses on high fastballs, but not the curve. Chatterton ready to go off the right side of the mound. Fralick down in the crouch, the 2-1. Fastball high, 3 balls, 1 strike. A double last inning by Waters was the first hit. Chatterton again into the wind and to the plate. Threw him a breaking ball and got a second strike on the inside corner.
Really well placed. Whoa. And this is not a big target at the plate either.
No. So you love the confidence there from Chatterton. 3-1 curveball. Thigh high for strike 2. Now Chatterton into the wind, payoff pitch. Line to right, Terrell tracks it, comes forward, makes the catch. 1 away. Battling. Chatterton there. Fell behind 3-1, got strike 2 on an inside curveball, and then got the fly ball to right.
And Terrell had to battle that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, the ball off the bat. He stayed where he was and then had to come in and over to his left to make the catch. That wasn't an easy play for Bub, but he made it look easy.
Ryan Thomas, the batter. First pitch to him, sails high. Started him with a curveball. 1-0. Another right-handed hitter for the guys in light blue, the pitch. That's a fastball low, 2-0. I just opened the app and looked at the radar. I think every county in the state of Alabama right now, with the exception of Lee and Chambers above us, has some rain. It is scattered throughout our state. Maybe some of you listening up in the Florence Shoals area may be dry. 2-0, fastball low, 3-0 the count.
All right, he's gone to a 3-ball count to both batters in the inning.
Yeah. He went 5 last week in Texas. He's gone 4 1/3 or better in all 4 outings now in the year. Here's the pitch. Strike down the middle, 3-1. Take was on. Chatterton threw 70 pitches last week, 71 against Wright State, 77 against Holy Cross. He's at 63 currently, the 3-1. Curveball, chopper to third. Snow charges, fields, pats, throws, got him with a laser. Caught chest high by McMurray. And again, second straight batter in the inning. Chatterton fell behind, battled back to get him.
Well, he got Thomas to top one there. It hit in front of the plate and bounced all the way to Snow, who made the throw to first.
So here's the catcher Holman with nobody on and 2 outs. 3-0 Auburn, top of the 5th, the pitch. Swing and a miss, threw him a changeup. Chatterton sequencing things pretty nicely today. He'll start him with a fastball or there's no surefire first pitch coming from the freshman. 0-1, swing and a miss. That one was diving down toward the plate.
As much as the velocity on that one, that was the location.
Yep. So it's 0-2. Chatterton in the catbird seat. Holman, big shrug of the shoulders, right on top of the plate. Chatterton into the wind, he deals. High and outside, a setup pitch, a fastball, down or up and away. See if he comes right back to that change up, maybe a back foot breaking ball. Chatterton ready, here's the pitch. It's low and inside. 2-2. Holmes popped up to short his first time. Need a strike to finish the 5th inning. Pitch clock down to 2. Into the wind. Here it is. It's a little bit high, 3-2. This the opposite of the first 2 at-bats, where he fell behind and then had to battle back and got the outs. Here he got ahead 0-2, and Holmes has hung in there tough to run the count full. Junior catcher, left-handed hitter, the wind by Chatterton, the payoff pitch. Fouled back, high fastball.
Modified shift right now for the Auburn defense.
Yeah.
Third baseman Snow is typically almost where the shortstop would be.
About halfway between second and third bag, yeah.
Fabian is shaded up the middle. Enormous room down the third base line right now.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 3-0 Auburn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball and a beauty. 5 strikeouts for Chatterton. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. 1, 2, 3 go the Monarchs in the 5th. It's 3-0 Auburn, halfway home at Plainsman Park. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against Old Dominion.
It's 3-0 Auburn as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers have 7 hits on the day, and the Tigers starter, Christian Chatterton, has allowed 1 hit here this afternoon. Derek Fabian leads off the 5th inning. He is the focus and the central figure in the controversy today.
Through no fault of his own.
Through no fault of his own, that's right. He hit a ball off the railing beyond the War Eagle wall. If you've been with us the whole game, bear with us. We tell the story again. If you're just joining us, first the pitch. Swing and a drive. Left field. It is deep to the warning track. It is gone. That one's out of here. They won't review this one. Home run, Derek Fabian. How fitting is that? 4-0 Auburn. Fourth home run of the year in the book.
Grooved one. And Derek Fabian was ready. Right down the line. The only question was, would it stay fair?
And it did. And there's no review coming for this one.
I guarantee you, James Ainsworth was thrilled to be able to call that a home run, the third base umpire. Did hit the railing back there, though.
It sure did. It sure did, Andy. Oh, Cade Ballou fouls the first pitch away, 0-1. You know, Butch Thompson talks about the game rewarding you. That's a perfect example of that. Ballou, right side, past the first baseman, and into right field. Cade's going to try for 2. Right fielder over there to get it late. That's George. He gets it in behind Ballou, a stand-up double for the Auburn sophomore.
Ball handcuffed late, the first baseman. And when it got past late, Ballou was going to second. There was no question in Cade's mind that he was going to get to second base on this play.
Hit it into the shift, but past the first baseman. So if you were just joining us, he hit a ball that should have been a home run, should have been labeled a home run. It was initially ruled a home run. They reviewed it later and said that it wasn't, which is what's so fitting about the actual home run by Fabian here in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch misses inside to Freilich. Ball 1. Chase with another hit today. He's 1 for 2. A single in the second. And they still play him to pull, but it's not a full-on shift. The shortstop playing a little closer to the bag to keep Ballou closer. And there's a line drive, same spot. Left center field. Ballou rounds third. He'll score. 5-0 Auburn on the RBI single for Chase Freilich. And the freshman just keeps on hitting. Another RBI for Freilich, giving him 15 on the year. Third straight hit to open the inning now for the Tigers.
And that group from the third hitter on down to the 5th, Fabian, Ballou, and Freilich, all now with multiple hit days.
6 of Auburn's 9 hits have come from that trio. Good call. Chris Rembert, an RBI single in the second inning. He's 1 for 2 today. Now time called. The catcher goes out. Holman to talk it over with Blake Morgan.
And there is activity in the pen for the Monarchs of Old Dominion University.
Morgan is at 58 pitches.
If Willie McGee out there could give us a number, I'd appreciate it. Guy with the Willie McGee jersey on out there in the back 40 looking down into the bullpen. That's a great jersey. I love it.
Sure.
If the Mongoose could give us the number, please, I'd appreciate it.
Somebody get word to the Mongoose. That's terrific. Old Dominion starter stays out there. The pitch to Rembert. High fly ball to right. George in a couple steps, waits, makes the catch. And there's the first out in the 5th inning.
A leadoff homer for Fabian. The double down the first baseline by Ballou. And then Freilich going down and almost golfing one into left center field for the base hit.
He does that as well as anybody on the team. Handles it low.
And, Auburn has added 2 more runs here in the 5th.
Chase also goes opposite field well. I don't know that I would shift very often against him. Here's Steele. First pitch is low.
It'll be interesting to see how that scout, if it adjusts on Freilich moving forward.
Tigers are in Madison to take on UT Martin Tuesday night. And then this coming weekend, it's SEC play. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Steele. The switch hitter, 0 for 2 in the game.
Six o'clock Friday, 6 o'clock Saturday, 2 o'clock Sunday, the scheduled start times for Auburn and Vanderbilt next weekend.
2-0 pitch down and in, 3-0. Struck him out last time. He's fallen behind Steele. 3 balls, no strikes. Tigers on top, 5-0. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. The pitch. There's a strike. 3-1. This is the kind of offense we have gotten used to seeing from Auburn this season. Not just a 7-run inning here and there, but stacking these innings together. 3-1 pitch, inside and low, ball 4. Steele draws the walk. They're at first and second with 1 out. And for all the hits Auburn has, that's just the second walk that Morgan's given up.
The right-hander in the pen for ODU is Ethan Hubble out of Camas, Washington.
Well, Auburn has 2 righties following Terrell.
I love that bullpen view on War Eagle Plus.
Yeah. And I think that's, I don't know if that's Coach Finwood. No, it is not. That's the pitching coach. Gets the infield together.
Had a chance to talk to Finney before the ball game today.
Yep.
Longtime Auburn assistant, then went on to Western Kentucky as a head coach, and then to Old Dominion. When he left, Butch Thompson came in as an assistant, his first stint at Auburn. A lot of connection with Chris Finwood in this Auburn ball club. We talked about Jack Slater, who caught yesterday, the son of Tom Slater, who was the head coach following Steve Renfro on the Plains. And I think they're best friends, he and Chris Finwood. Those two played together at VMI.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right, the meeting is over. Pitching coach back to the dugout. Infielders back to their positions. Here's Bub Terrell. Runners first and second, 1 out. Big hole on the left side as the shortstop plays in behind Fraley. First pitch, low. Little more trouble locating the pitch for Morgan here in the 5th inning. He's given up already 3 base hits and a walk. First hit of the inning was Fabian's 4th home run of the year. 1-0 pitch. Little topper, foul, right side. A ball and a strike, the count. On the Yellowwood scoreboard, Vanderbilt defeated Xavier today, 4-0. In fact, every game that's final except for one was won by the SEC team, and got a couple of SEC teams trailing. 1-1 pitch. There's a called strike, a high strike, and it's 1-2.
The one that lost was Missouri. Lost to Binghamton today at Taylor Stadium in Columbia, 5-2.
Then make it 2. I think Binghamton may have won that series. Texas A&M also dropped a 4-1 decision to New Mexico State today.
In College Station.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. Foul ball, left side.
Just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, 2-strike swing. He stayed with it.
He's the Bee Gees out there right now,
Yes.
staying alive, baby.
I love it. Also on the Yellowwood scoreboard, Sam Houston leads Oklahoma 3-1. They're in the bottom of the 3rd in Norman. And Tuscaloosa Presbyterian leads Alabama 11-7. They're in the top of the 8th. 1-2 pitch to Terrell. High and inside. It's 2-2. Everywhere else, SEC teams victorious. Kentucky 2-1 over Wofford. Georgia 9-7 over Columbia. Ole Miss 13, Jacksonville State 2. Arkansas 5, Portland 3. Pitch to Terrell. Swung on and missed. Got him with a changeup. 2 down. 2 on, 2 out. Bristol Carter, the batter.
This would be a heck of an inning for Morgan if he gets out of here with just 2 runs scored, Brad.
You're right. Twice in the game, Auburn has had hits from the first 3 batters. They did it in the second and got just 1 run out of it. And that'll be the last batter that Morgan faces. With back-to-back righties coming up, they're going to go to a right-hander out of the bullpen. It is a Pepper Tree pitching change for Old Dominion. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. It's got to be. They have the best wine selection. They have the finest cuts of meat. You're going to be happy. Visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery.
Fun to go in there.
Yeah.
It is.
If you're not in Auburn or Montgomery, go to this website, steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. Pepper Tree pitching change for Old Dominion.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Pepper Tree called to the bullpen for Old Dominion, number 32, right-hander Ethan Hubble, 6'3", 230, a junior from Camas, Washington, Camas High School and Everett Community College. No record for Hubble, an ERA of 7.71. This will be his 4th relief appearance. 4 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. He has given up a pair of homers, and opponents are hitting .313 against Hubble. Partial line for Blake Morgan. 4 2/3 innings, 5 runs, 4 of those earned, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. He threw 69 pitches, 45 for strikes. I'm wondering if that, what we thought was a double by Ballou, has been changed to an error now because they have an unearned run in this game.
Oh, that'd be a tough error, wouldn't it?
There is an error on the board.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to double check that real quick.
Yeah.
Yep. They changed it. Instead of a double, it is an error by the first baseman late. And an unearned run charged.
Okay. Just got a note about that VMI team that had Chris Finwood and Tom Slater. Finwood was the shortstop on that VMI team. Slater, the third baseman. Yeah. So they spent a lot of time side by side, same side of the infield.
Won a conference championship, as I recall, listening to the stories from those two.
All right, here's Bristol Carter against Hubble. And first pitch, he tried to bunt on a sinker or a slider and might have fouled it at the plate. Nothing in 1 the count. With 2 outs, tried to bunt his way on. Runners at first and second. 2 runs in here in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 0-1. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. The 1-1 pitch grounded, too short. Backhand stop there by Edwards. He goes the short way to second for the force, and that is the 3rd out in the inning. Auburn, though, gets 2 more runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Derek Fabian leads off the inning with a homer down the left field line off the back railing of the War Eagle wall. Auburn leads 5-0 through 5 innings. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Michalek across midcourt. Auburn's going to drill away. Count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Auburn Tigers are SEC tournament champions.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
It's that time of year again, Auburn basketball. And as this year's team makes history, you can catch every second of the historic run at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. With 77 TVs, you won't miss a second of Auburn basketball while enjoying our famous wings, cold beer, and of course, gooey fries. And don't forget Tiger Talk on Thursdays throughout the season, live with Coach Bruce Pearl in-house discussing all things Auburn basketball. Located on 2353 Bent Creek Road off of Exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
We head to the 6th. Old Dominion has Connors, Hammond, and George. 9-1 and 2 hitters due up against Christian Chatterton. And all of his pitches have been working today. He's given up 1 hit, no runs through the first 5 innings. Chatterton at 71 pitches. If he throws 7 pitches in the inning, he'll set a new season high in that department. And if he gets 2 outs, he'll set a new high for longest outing of his young career, the freshman right-hander.
There is some stretching in the Auburn pen. Nobody throwing yet. Jet Johnson out there is going through some calisthenics.
Yeah. Here's Brody Connors. He's 0 for 1, a bouncer to third. First pitch, fastball inside. Yep, too far inside. I thought he got to corner, but it's 1-0. Chatterton without the long sleeves on a cold day. And he and Bristol Carter are the only guys who didn't go for the sleeves today. 1-0 the count. Pitch clock to 10. Into the wind, into the plate. Curveball, strike 1.
That pitch has really been good today.
Yeah.
Even early when the fastball was up a little bit, the curveball, it's been there all day long for Christian Chatterton.
Into the wind, the 1-1. Fastball missed low, 2-1. Coming off of his best outing of the year against Baylor a week ago. The 2-1. Fastball, strike 2.
At the knees, inside corner.
Yep. Chatterton with 1 run against Wright State, 1 run against Baylor. Last 14 1/3 innings, he's given up 2 runs, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup, and that's strikeout number 6 for Chatterton.
It's just been the whole arsenal today for Christian. And multiple locations and elevations. And that was a changeup, Brad, that was going down and a little bit moving into the right-hand hitter.
A little run on it.
Yes, it did.
Teron Hammond, the batter, back to the top of the order. His 3rd look at Chatterton. Hammond's 0 for 2 today. The first pitch to him, right down the middle, strike 1.
This is a 3rd time through the order now for Old Dominion. They've only had 2 base runners, a walk and a single, and that's it.
Hammond has struck out and flied to right. 0-1 pitch. Missed the inside corner. That's a great, you take that pitch. Ahead in the count, 0-1. Tried to hit the spot, not giving up that inside corner, attacking it. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul ball. Had a breaking ball there, and he was way out in front. He's got Hammond off balance.
All right, do you go away with an off speed or you try and bust him in with a fastball? We haven't seen the curveball in this sequence yet.
I think I try to get him to chase down and away here. Maybe a changeup up and away. Chatterton. Long look home. Now he goes into the wind. To the plate. Line drive over the second baseman and into right center field. Came back with a fastball.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to get it in and didn't.
Yeah.
He just didn't get it in enough. Left it out of the plate, and a nice job by Hammond to line it into right center field.
Hammond did not play for Old Dominion the first weekend. He's been pretty good since then. He's batting a little over 330 since entering the lineup. Yeah, fastball up and a little bit out.
Yeah.
And he hit it right where it was pitched.
Fifth hit of the weekend for Tehran.
Here's Kanan George. Runner at first, one out. Third time today that Chatterton's had to go off the stretch, and he starts him with a slider for a strike, 0-1. The ability to throw that pitch for a called strike sets up the ability to get swings and misses if you throw it out a little bit more. The 0-1, nope, instead a throw over to first, no tag applied.
Hammond does not have a stolen base attempt this season.
Old Dominion does not have a stolen base attempt this weekend. Auburn leads 5-0, top of the sixth. The pitch. Changeup hit into left field. That's down for a hit. Hammond stops at second. Back-to-back hits for the first time this game for Old Dominion. George with his first hit. And they're at first and second with one out.
Not only back-to-back hits, it's the first time today they've had back-to-back runners on base.
Yep.
And that'll get Jet Johnson working if he wasn't already.
I think there's also a lefty that is starting to throw. I wonder if that's Carson Myers. Jackson Sanders threw here. Well, he threw Friday, I guess, didn't he? Meeting on the mound, Everett Tiefert is coming out. Yeah, Sanders threw here Friday through 26 pitches.
And it is Carson Myers, the lefty, working in the pen for Auburn. And Carson, the only one throwing in the pen right now.
Yeah.
Appreciate that bullpen view.
It's another one of the terrific upgrades.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it? And there are many. We know they're listening in the 984 Club today, by the way. So,
okay.
Greetings to everybody enjoying the game up there. You know, when we go to Madison Tuesday, they have a premium club down the first base line there, and it's not all that dissimilar. I mean, these are.
I've sat in that club before.
Yes, you have.
For a Trash Pandas game. It was wonderful.
Here's Luke Waters. First pitch, swung on and missed. I don't know if that was a slider or the change.
And there are tickets still available for that game Tuesday night, Brad.
Yeah, TP Tix, T-I-X, is how you can get your tickets to see the Tigers up in the North Alabama region. Love to see a big crowd there. Spin, throw to second, and it throws it into center field. Both runners advance. I think they may have had Hammond. He was way off the bag, but the throw was wild. It was to the right of the bag, beyond Rembert, and into center field. So both runners move up.
Yeah, the throw was warranted.
Yeah.
But he sailed it to the right of the second base bag, and Rembert, who was moving over there from the second base area, was just unable to reroute his body, and it sailed into center.
Auburn leads 5-0. This is the best scoring threat by far Old Dominion's had today, the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, left field, going to hang up. Snow makes the catch. Hammond tags from third. The throw from left is late and up the line. It's a sacrifice fly from Waters, and Old Dominion is on the board. Auburn leads 5-1. Hammond comes home to score, and the errant throw plays a role in that run.
Keeps the runner at second.
Yep. And now Everett Tiefert comes on, and Carson Myers will come in to face the lefty. Zach Late, the cleanup man, is the next batter for Old Dominion, and he will face Carson Myers. So Christian Chatterton goes 5 2/3 innings, his longest outing as an Auburn Tiger. 84 pitches, his most as an Auburn Tiger. And he'll get a nice reception from the fans here today at Plainsman Park. Gives up a run on 3 hits, runner on second, his responsibility. 6 strikeouts on the day for Chatterton. 1 walk allowed. He continues to progress as Auburn makes its way toward conference play. Tigers make a Regions Bank call to the bullpen.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Carson Myers is on for the Tigers. Lefty senior, 6'3", 213 out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Transferred to Auburn from UAB last season. Myers comes on for the Tigers. No record, an ERA of 6.14. The lefty making his fourth relief appearance. He has a start on the year and a save. 7 and a third innings for Carson. 5 runs all earned on 9 hits. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, no homers, and opponents hitting .300 against Carson Myers. Well, I thought Christian Chatterton was encouraging.
Yeah.
Again today, the freshman. 5 2/3 innings, a run unearned on 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, just 1 walk. He threw a wild pitch, threw 83 pitches, 50 for strikes, and it appeared to us that he had everything working. All 4 pitches in his arsenal here today. Of course, he is responsible for the runner at second base with 2 outs in the top half of the 6 strikeouts on the day for Christian Chatterton.
To this point, and we'll see what happens with the runner at second if Myers can get this batter and Auburn get out of the inning without him scoring. 15 innings for Chatterton over his last 3 starts. 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. And he's cut down on the number of walks, 15 strikeouts over his last 2 games. Just consistent.
And Old Dominion, Brad, will go to a right-handed pinch hitter.
So they play the matchups.
Yes, they do indeed. Number 12, Tyler Zadalis out of Charlotte, North Carolina, is on, batting .176. This will be his 13th game. He has 9 starts. So with 2 outs, they go to the right-hander Zadalis to hit for the first baseman, Zach Late.
So they take out Late, who's hitting .333 coming into the ball game, and they put in Zadalis, who does not have the same kind of numbers. That's how much they like the matchup, righty-lefty. And so the right-handed hitting Zadalis takes ball 1 low. Myers deals. Strike at the knees, 1-1. If Carson is on, he could get you to the 9th. He did it the first weekend. He had a 3-inning save for Auburn against Holy Cross. Pitch.
Ooh.
Just missed the inside corner, and Fralick never moved his mitt.
3-pitch guy, Carson Myers. Fastball, slider, change. That was a good-looking fastball. Didn't get the call.
Sure was. 2-1 the count. 2 outs, runner at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Carson pitched against UAB Wednesday night. Threw 8 pitches, got 2 outs. No hits, runs, walks, strikeouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second is George. Pitch to Zadalis. Grounded foul back to the left side and into the Auburn dugout. Still 2-2.
Has he thrown the changeup yet?
Don't think so.
To this right-handed hitter?
Don't think so. Right-handed pinch hitter, Zadalis. Auburn leads 5-1. Myers from the stretch. He deals. And he misses low and in, and the count is full. Top of the 6th inning, Old Dominion with 1 in, their first run of the game. Pitch from Myers. High fly ball, foul left side. That's over the Tiger territory.
Yeah, that was the changeup. I don't think he wanted to get it that far in, though, Brad. Many times with the lefty throwing a change, they're trying to throw it out.
Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3.
Fastball inside corner.
You got it. Inning over. 1 run for Old Dominion. It was unearned. 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Auburn leads 5-1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Back to Plainsman Park for more Auburn baseball against Old Dominion.
As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Auburn leads 5-1, and the rain has started to fall. A light rain here at Plainsman Park. And as we look at the radar, there's a little more rain coming. And the umpires are about to get notified of where the rain is and what's coming and maybe what isn't. It's not raining hard enough, I wouldn't think, to disrupt play.
As long as there's not lightning
Correct.
right now, I think they could continue to play.
So we'll see how far we can go here. Eric Snow leads off the inning. He's 2 for 3 today. First pitch to him, in there for a strike. Ethan Hubble begins his first full inning of relief. He came on, got the last out in the 5th. Auburn leads 5-1. The right-hander's 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, right side. Second baseman Hammond came up on him a little bit, but he gathered it, threw on to first in time for the out.
He stayed back on that ball.
Yeah. The last hop came up a little higher.
Sure did.
Managed to get it on the heel. Here's Cooper McMurray. McMurray 0 for 3. Couple of flyouts and a strikeout for the Auburn first baseman. Fans moving up toward the covered areas of the ballpark. First pitch to McMurray is low. 1 ball, no strike.
Auburn men's basketball will play its first game in the SEC tournament on Friday. The Tigers will play at noon against either North Carolina, Arkansas, or Ole Miss.
Yeah, South Carolina the 16, Arkansas the 9, Ole Miss the 8. 1-0, little dribbler, right side, up the first base line. McMurray digs and beat the throw, and the throw was high. Over the first baseman's head, and McMurray legs out the infield single. Big smile on his face.
Well, Hubble had to throw over.
Yeah, 6'3".
Yeah. Had to throw over him because the ball was right on top of the line when he picked it up.
You know, I think if he lets that ball go, it might roll foul.
I agree with you.
It was moving that way. But he didn't, and it's an infield single for McMurray, his first hit of the game. Good. 1 down, and Derek Fabian, who's homered twice but been credited with it once.
It just allows him to go for the cycle today.
That's true.
Triple into the corner here.
Pitch. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball. 1-0. Yeah, a ruled double in the 3rd that brought home a run, and a solo homer to lead off the 5th, straight down the line and left. 1-0. Bouncing ball up the middle. They had him shaded right there. Hammond goes to short for 1. No throw to first. They get the force of McMurray.
If Hammond is able to take it to the bag himself, he has a shot at Fabian. But when he gave it up to the shortstop, Edwards coming across, not with the speed of Fabian, and he just twirled and put it in his back pocket, so to speak.
So Fabian on by the fielder's choice. 2 down, Cade Ballou the batter. Ballou singled. He's also reached on an error, a 2-base error. He has scored twice today. First pitch to Ballou. It's outside, ball 1. It's consistent. Glad you're with us today on radio stations throughout the state of Alabama. 1-0. Missed low. 2-0. Stations like WESZ in Abbeville and the Auburn Game Day app, and those of you watching on YouTube on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel. Runner goes from first. The pitch is swung and missed. The throw to second is late. It's a stolen base for Fabian, his 5th of the season. Got a good jump.
Pitch was down. It was an off-speed pitch as well. Yep. And a good jump for Fabian, and really no chance for Holman to throw him out at second base.
Now the shift against Ballou. Left side infield is open. Third baseman Connors. And now he moves to the left a little more. 2-1 pitch. Down and in. A back foot slider. And now it's 3-1 from Hubble. Bottom of the 6th. Tigers lead 5-1. Auburn has 10 hits today. It's 32 hits for the Tigers in the series. 3-1. High pop left side out of play.
Got a 3-1 pitch. Thought he could take one the opposite way and drive it.
Yep. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hubble set from the stretch. He deals and misses outside. That's ball 4. Ballou works a walk. He just keeps finding ways to get on base. It's money ball. He gets on base. Whether he's hit, whether he draws walks, or gets hits. Ballou on base again. Ballou's on base percentage coming into the day was .537. He and McMurray over 500, and Freilich steps in. I think he got something in his eye as he went to step in the box. So steps out, clears it up. Now he's good. First and second, 2 out. The Auburn catcher takes ball 1 outside. 2 more hits for Freilich here this afternoon. 2 for 3, pair of singles, both to left center field. The last one brought home a run. His average is up to .444. 1-0. High pop. Left side, shallow left center field. Shortstop calling for it. That's Edwards. He puts it away, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left for Auburn. The Tigers lead 5-1 through 6. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek's a place to do it. SeatGeek's the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected with SeatGeek. 5-1 Auburn. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
New Auburn soccer head coach James Armstrong.
To be sat here as somebody that grew up in a small town in England, to have the honor and privilege to coach in America full stop, but at Auburn University. I'd love to say that that's sunk in, but it hasn't. And the fact that I was here 6 years ago, if you'd have told me, James, that you might one day have the opportunity to call yourself the head coach of Auburn University and Auburn soccer program, I wouldn't have believed it. None of that is possible without Coach Hopper, friendship, guidance, mentorship, and it was an emotional day for the two of us.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Through 6 innings, Auburn leads Old Dominion 5-1. Carson Myers back out there on the mound for the Tigers. He got the last out in the 6th. And here to take you the rest of the way, once again, the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
5, 6, and 7 hitters for Old Dominion in the 7th. Kyle Edwards, Efren Morales, and Ryan Thomas. The scheduled 3. Edwards 0 for 2 on the day is tapped back to the pitcher and flied out to center. Second batter that Myers has faced. The lefty winds and fires up the middle. Past the diving Fabian into center field for a base hit.
They're happy to be facing anybody but Chatterton, who was excellent for Auburn today. And Edwards went up there first pitch swinging against Myers.
1 for 3 on the day. Now Efren Morales, the DH. Myers from the stretch. Runner at first, the pitch. Bounces up there, blocked by Frelick. Runner stays. A leadoff single for Edwards. He's at first. Morales 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out to right. Stretch and pitch. Fastball just missed inside, 2-0.
Boy, it's been consistent, but it's been another cozy strike zone today.
Myers comes set, and the pitch. All 3 low.
Auburn's turned 3 double plays this weekend.
3-0. Right down the middle for a strike. Center fielder Ryan Thomas waits on deck. 5-1, Auburn on top. We're in the top of the 7th. Leadoff man on for Old Dominion. Stretched by Myers in the 3-1. Strike 2. Morales was on his way to first.
Yeah, he crossed the plate and was almost to the edge of the other batter's box.
Full count now to Morales. Will we see Edwards off with this pitch? Might be worth a toss to first. Stretch. He does go. The pitch. Chopper to the second or the shortstop. Fabian deep in the hole throws a 2-hopper to McMurray, who makes the stab for the out. And that's our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control. Don't forget to add pest control to your lineup, from keeping mosquitoes away to protecting against termites and clearing cobwebs. Spring cleaning isn't done until you call Cook's Pest Control. Deep in the hole, Fabian. He threw a 2-hopper that was scooped up by McMurray at first. 1 down, a runner at second. Here's Ryan Thomas. Fouls it into the Auburn dugout on a hop.
The big bat today from Fabian and just more solid shortstop play. His length gives him great range.
0-1 to Thomas out of Salt Lake City. Big lead for Edwards down at second. Stretch in the pitch. Fastball, strike call. Up in the zone, strike call, 0-2. Stretch and a throw back to second base with Rembert covering.
That throw was warranted for sure. He was
dancing
12 feet off the base.
No balls and 2 strikes to Thomas as Myers comes set. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 call outside corner. 8th strikeout of the day for Auburn pitching. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Chatterton did it really well, and Myers is doing it well. He's using every part of the strike zone. He is not yielding the inside corner, But then he goes out and attacks the outside corner. Excellent placement from Carson Myers.
And a nice job of framing by Freilich.
For sure.
2 outs, and here is Evan Holman. Pitch, the runner goes. Outside, throw to third. He's in there. A stolen base for Edwards, his 7th of the season. That's the most for this Old Dominion ball club. Pitch was a strike.
Yeah, had a huge lead. Huge lead, cheated out a little more, and then a good jump. And then Freilich didn't release the ball immediately. So a lot of things working against Freilich there.
0-1 the count. Stretch in the pitch. Strike 2 on the fastball. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Holman. Edwards at third, 2 down in the inning. Stretch in the pitch. High and away with the fastball. Snow a couple steps behind the third base bag and close to the third base line as Edwards dances down the third base line, the 1-2 pitch. A little bit low, 2-2 the count.
I think it's a good call, but it's an excellent pitch. They have gone away from Holman most of this at bat. If they stay there or he tries to come back in under the hands.
Carson, the stretch, 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. Excuse me, strike 2. I apologize. Really good fastball from Carson.
Yeah.
That was strike 3.
Everybody else thought it was strike 3.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 3. I think he struck him out twice. And the inning comes to a close. 2 more strikeouts for Auburn pitching. That gives them 9 on the game. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time at the ballpark. Our score, Auburn 5, Old Dominion 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and prepaid Regions Now card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Single runs for Auburn today. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, 2 more in the 5th. Christian Chatterton, terrific today for the Tigers in his start. Worked into the 6th, gave up an unearned run. Auburn pitching has struck out 9 on the day. And we go to the bottom of the 7th with Auburn on top 5-1. This is a rubber game of the series between Auburn and Old Dominion. And it will be Rembert, Steele, and Terrell for Auburn against Ethan Hubble. Hubble worked out of trouble in the 6th. Rembert on the day. The wind and the pitch to him. Down and in for ball 1. Rembert is 1 for 3. He's singled to the left side. Flied out twice to right. 1-0 delivery. There's a strike on a fastball, or excuse me, the change from Hubble at 80. One ball and 1 strike, the wind and the delivery. Missed inside. 2 balls and a strike to Chris Rembert. batting .302 on the season. 3 homers, 13 runs batted in for Rembert. Make that 14 runs batted in. Now the 2-1 delivery. All 3 low. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. He walked, missed inside. Leadoff walk for Rembert. 4th time this day that Auburn has put the leadoff man on base. And that brings Lucas Steele to the plate. Auburn DH.
It was the back end of the ball game, the last 3 innings where Old Dominion, really the 7th and 8th, where they made their big offensive push to overcome Auburn and score their come-from-behind win last night. I like the consistency of the at-bats that you're seeing here. That's a really good leadoff at-bat for Rembert. Even if you hold them to 1, you want to keep that approach steady the rest of the ball game. Close this thing out the right way.
Conecuh Sausage, the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite and always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65 at exit 96. And that may be all for Hubble. Catcher came out first, and now the pitching coach is out for ODU. There is activity in the bullpen for the Monarchs. No word yet that there's going to be a pitching change. Again, this is an Old Dominion team that will not play at their campus ballpark at all this year.
Yeah.
They will play 2 series at a AAA stadium in Norfolk, and then another, what is considered a home series at a ballpark about 15 miles away from the Old Dominion campus. Every other game in the Sun Belt, outside the Sun Belt, played on the road.
They are playing in the next 4 games they play will be in the state of Mississippi.
Their ballpark is going to be gorgeous when it is done. Yeah. The Elmer Family Complex. Lucas Steele, 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch to him. Sails outside for ball 1. I was talking with Chris Finwood before the game, and I think it's going to seat about 2,000 chairback seats. Said it's going to look a lot like this ballpark from first base to third base with the press box.
Certainly beautiful.
Yes. Throw to first, and Rembert is back, diving safely.
When this iteration of Plainsman Park was constructed or renovated.
As good as any ballpark in the country.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, for those first few years, it was the number 1 ballpark in the country. Stretch, and another throw to first. And then Arkansas built its ballpark, and then, everybody else was building ballparks in the Southeastern Conference.
Yeah.
And now Auburn has caught up with the 984 Club and the Hall of Fame Club and the Broadway Club and the War Eagle Wall, the back 40. There's ball 2 outside to Lucas Steele.
You know what I like about these renovations? You just listed all those. There's something for everybody. If you want the premium experience, that's available to you behind the plate or down the first base line. General admission options are more than they've ever been.
Right. 2-0. High fly ball deep to right, but off the facing of the 984 Club, and the race for that errant foul ball with children and other like there would be children right now going after that one.
Some of that steel power.
Yes. That hit the railing. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Nope, they've got the runner at first picked off. They throw to second base, and Rembert is out. 1-3-6. It's a caught stealing for Chris Rembert.
Good move to first, and they caught Rembert on that first step.
So the base is now empty with 1 down, and here is Lucas Steele again. 2 balls and a strike for Lucas. Wind in the 2-1. Behind him to the backstop. 3 balls and a strike.
Kind of like the aggressiveness of running in that situation. Kind of think you're going to get something for Steele to hit on 2-1. Try to move the infield around a little.
3-1 pitch to Steele. Chopper foul up the first baseline. There's a right-hander warming up in the pen for ODU. We're trying to get you a number.
Luke Ridley.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Steele into the alley in left center field. Long run. Waters is on. It's down for a base hit. First hit of the day for Steele. Little bloop out in left center field. That is Auburn's 11th hit of the afternoon.
If Rembert's not
You knew when he got thrown out on the base paths that Steele was going to get a base hit. That's just the way baseball works.
It is. Yeah.
I almost said it. Here is Bub Terrell. Infield single. He scored in the 4th. He struck out and flied to left, and that will be all for Hubble.
Which is interesting because Terrell coming up is a lefty. So they don't go to a lefty. They've got a righty.
Yep, they stay with the right-handers.
Yep.
As Hubble gives way in this pepper tree call to the bullpen to Luke Ridley.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability.
Tostrup.
Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
All right, Pepper Tree pitching change. It is number 19, Dylan Tostrup, 6'1", 210, a lefty, a senior out of Parker, Colorado, and also a transfer from USC. We've seen him once here this weekend for the year. In fact, we saw him in his only appearance this season. 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run on 2 hits, and he struck out 2. He gave up a home run. So Dylan Tostrup replaces Hubble, who went an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits and 2 walks. Has not given up a run, but the runner at first is his responsibility. Dylan Tostrup, the lefty. So they do. We didn't see the lefty in the bullpen, so they do go lefty on lefty here with 1 out in the 7th. For Hubble, 31 pitches, 16 strikes.
5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 9 men left on for Auburn. 1 run, 4 hits, an error, and 4 men left on base for Old Dominion. A man at first base for Auburn. 1 out in the 7th, and Bub Terrell coming to the plate to face Dylan Tostrup. On a cool afternoon for baseball.
Tostrup came on in the 7th Friday night and got a ground ball from Mike Irish back to him. Gave up hits to Fabian and Ballou. And that was it.
Bub is 1 for 3 on the day. He was the last man to face the starter, Blake Morgan. Steele gets his lead at first. Pitch on the way to Bub. Fastball in there for a strike.
Did we get that Zedalis stayed in the game, by the way, at first?
I don't think so.
I don't think I ever said that. Zedalis came on to hit for late a couple of innings ago.
And he's holding Steele at first base right now. Stretching the pitch. Swing on a fly ball into right. Right fielder George is there to make the catch, moving to his right. Got it in on the hands just enough. George ran it down in right center field, 2 down. Kletch has come in to run, by the way, for Steele. And now with 2 down, here is Bristol Carter. Bristol's been on base with a walk. A couple fielders' choices. Klepch with the lead at first base, 2 outs. Throw over. He dives back without a tag. Pitch on the way. Outside and high. To Bristol Carter. Top of the order in the on-deck circle in the form of Eric Sano. The stretch in the 1-0. We showed bunt with everybody back with 2 strikes. Pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Bristol.
They play him to pull on the infield. That means the right side almost completely open as they hold Klepch at first.
Stretch in the 2-0. Fly ball into right center field. Right fielder is on, and he makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close. No runs on a hit, no errors. A man left for Auburn. We're through 7 with the Tigers on top of the Monarchs, 5-1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse, famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill, served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6, and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shigjordan Parkway and Wire Road.
5-1, Auburn leads Old Dominion as we move to the top of the 8th. 9, 1, and 2 hitters for the Monarchs. Connors, Hammond, and George to face Carson Myers. Second pitcher of the day for Auburn, Kristen Chatterton, went 5 2/3 innings, gave up an unearned run on 3 hits with 6 strikeouts. Myers, an inning and a third since then, has given up 1 base runner, a leadoff single in the 7th, has struck out 3. Auburn pitching with 9 Ks on the day. 9 Ks that would typically be in the K corner, but not today. Brody Connors is 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch to him, just off the outside edge for ball 1. He's grounded to third and struck out swinging. One ball and no strikes to count to Connors. Wind and delivery. Strike called underneath the hands. 1-1. Lefty Carson Myers off the wind in the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball up the right side. That'll get out of play. On to Donahue.
The rain has started again.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Connors. Carson Myers, the wind in the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Fabian waits back and floats it to first base for the out. 1 down here in the 8th.
It just out in front of the plate. The second hop measured well. I mean, it bounced all the way out there to the dirt. So a long hop. And then Fabian measured it, made the throw, knew how much time he had. Didn't rush it.
Teron Hammond to the plate. First base hit of the day for Old Dominion and scored their lone run. The pitch to him. Fastball that misses a little low to Hammond. Strikeout in the first, lined to right in the third, and single through the right side in the sixth. One 0. A little bit low again, 2 balls and no strikes. Five to 1, Auburn leads it. 1 out, top of the 8th, nobody on for the Monarchs. Here's the wind in the pitch. There's a strike, 2 balls and a strike, the count.
Carson Myers now another strong outing out of the bullpen after a shorter stint Wednesday against UAB.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Change up down in the zone. I believe that's the change up. Count goes to 2-2.
So far an inning and 2/3, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit.
Carson's dad played. Matty Myers played at Tennessee, coached here at Auburn at one point. Pitching coach for the Tigers. Now the 2-2 pitch. Missed inside. Full count.
Really encouraging. You see Chase Freilich. He's fighting for every pitch. He's an excellent framer. So Auburn's played without Ike Irish today, and Freilich just is a dependable guy behind the plate.
3-2. Missed low and down and in. And that is just the second walk surrendered today by Auburn pitching. It's a 1-out walk here in the 8th, and it brings Kanan George to the plate. George has been on base twice today. He's walked, he's singled. Pitch to him. Low, ball 1. Carson isn't missing by much right now. And as Brad mentioned, Chase Freilich is battling for every pitch. The ball and no strikes to George. There's a strike on the inside corner. Hammond at first does not have a stolen base attempt this season. That's a pretty good lead over there. Stretch and delivery. Strike called on the inside corner with a fastball.
He's done a really nice job landing that fastball to the right-handed hitters.
Has kept the ball out of the middle of the plate for the most part in this outing. He's ahead of George, a ball and 2 strikes. Myers comes set, and the pitch home. Swing and a miss. He went away for that strikeout. That's the 10th of the day for Auburn pitching. The K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Auburn's pitchers are calling their own games. He shook off Freilich initially. He wanted the fastball away. After coming inside to get strike 2, goes away and gets a swing and the miss.
2 outs for Luke Waters. Doubled in the 4th. He's grounded out. He's has an RBI and a sacrifice fly. A throw to first by Myers. The runner is back. Hammond now at first base with 2 down here in the 8th inning. Stretch in the pitch. Fly it out of play off the right side. 0-1 the count to Luke Waters. Doubled into left in the 4th. A sacrifice fly to left in the 6th. He bats with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. And Auburn leading Old Dominion 5-1. The pitch upstairs with the fastball. 1-1. Both of these teams with midweek neutral site games. Old Dominion will play in Biloxi against Mississippi State. Auburn plays in Madison at Toyota Field against UT Martin Tuesday night at 6. 1-1. Ground ball to Fabian. Stays down in it. Flips to Rembert covering, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left for Old Dominion. To the bottom half of the 8th we go, with Auburn leading the Monarchs 5-1. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Wetumpka is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Wetumpka. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back to more of the Tigers and Monarchs at Plainsman Park.
Pepper Tree pitching change for Old Dominion. Number 33, Luke Ridley, is on for the second time this weekend. 6'1", 212-pound right-hander. Redshirt junior out of Gainesville, Florida, and a JUCO transfer from the College of Central Florida. Ridley, 3 appearances, a 10.80 earned run average, an inning and 2/3. 1 hit, 2 runs. He's walked 3, struck out 1. The hit that he allowed was a homer. Luke Ridley, right-hander, and the 4th pitcher of the day for Old Dominion. Ridley pitched 2/3 of an inning earlier in the series, gave up 2 walks and 1 run. That was in the Friday game. Tostrup faced 2 batters, got 2 fly ball outs. So now it's Luke Ridley to face Auburn in the bottom of the 8th.
And he will get the top of the order with Eric Snow. Another multiple hit day for Eric. He is 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. The pitch. Off-speed delivery drops in for a strike. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Singled home a run in the 4th. Stretched by Ridley. The 0-1. Line drive into center field, just beyond the shortstop. The 3rd hit of the day for Rembert. Leadoff man on for the Tigers in the 8th as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network.
Seven hits on the weekend for Snow, another 3-hit game.
And that brings Cooper McMurray to the plate. Infield single for Coop. He's 1 for 4 today. Stretch in the pitch. Fastball that misses away from Ridley. Snow lined out in the 1st, singled and scored in the 3rd, singled home run in the 4th, grounded out in the 6th, and a leadoff single here in the 8th. 1-0 to McMurray. High and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Auburn looking to add to a 5-1 lead. And McMurray skies one. Left side, foul ground. That will get out of play.
Ryan Hetzler was throwing between innings down in the Auburn bullpen. Tigers have used him to close out a handful of games here early in the year.
Snow with the lead at first. The stretch. And the pitch. Swinging a drive down the right field line. It's curving and going foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes to McMurray. Batting .407 with 5 homers and 18 runs batted in. He has homered here. Driven home 2 runs on the weekend. Snow with his lead. 2-2 pitch. McMurray reaches out and spoils the pitch and fouls it out of play.
90-mile-an-hour fastball away from him.
Looking ahead to the Old Dominion ninth, 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Zedalis, Edwards, and Morales. Auburn right now leading 5-1, a runner at first base. Nobody out. In the bottom of the 8th, 2 balls and 2 strikes to McMurray. And the pitch. Cooper high and deep into right, and that's going to lead the ballpark. Look at this one go. On top of the Performance Center. And that's the 6th home run of the year for McMurray. RBIs 19 and 20. He got a hanger and laced it out of the ballpark.
He was early on one a couple of pitches before. He dialed that one in just right.
Homer here last night, and Homer's here today. And the Tigers lead 7-1.
You just keep battling. An 0-for-3 start to the day, but hits in his last 2 at-bats, and that's a pretty good exclamation point as the rain falls a little bit harder.
2 runs home, and here's Derek Fabian. Pitch on the way. Up and in. He tried to hold up and appeal to first. He did not go. 1-0 the count. The home run, 380 feet from Cooper McMurray. Ball and no strikes to Fabian, the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 1-1 the count. Leadoff single by Snow. 2-run homer to right on a 2-2 pitch by McMurray. Stretch in the 1-1. Chopper foul. Beyond the photographer's well. Rain falling at Plainsman Park. 7-1, the Tigers lead it. Nobody out. In the bottom of the 8th, pitch. Fabian takes it outside. 2 balls and a strike. Must be you.
What else is new?
2 balls and 2 strikes to Fabian. Stretch a pitch. Drops in for a strike. That was a good pitch from Ridley. 1 out in the inning. And here's Cade Ballou. Singled and scored in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 3rd. Reached on an error and scored in the 5th, and walked in the 6th. Stretch in the pitch to Ballou. Goes down after 1 and fouls it off the left side out of play.
This is the heaviest rain we've seen so far in the game.
In the game, yes. It was raining like this when I got to the ballpark today.
Right.
But during the course of the game, you're right, Brad.
Certainly 3 a.m. it was raining hard.
Outside. Really? You know that for sure? It wasn't 3 a.m. when I got here.
Oh.
It was in the a.m. To no one's surprise. Shift is on for Ballou, a ball and a strike. It's coming down pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
Let's get through the 9th, huh? The 1-1. Downstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Cade. Old Dominion isn't going anywhere tonight. They're not leaving for Biloxi till tomorrow, so we're gonna get 9 innings in. 2-1 pitch. Ballou, looper to the second baseman, just on the edge of the outfield grass, 2 outs.
That's a shift out. They're in the shift, and he hit it straight at Hammond.
And that'll bring Chase Freilich to the plate. Singled in the 2nd, tapped out to the first baseman in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, and popped up to the shortstop. Auburn has scored in every inning in which he has reached base today.
They're getting some heavier rain down around Tuskegee, and you go.
Is that rain coming our way?
Yes.
Okay.
Not as bad as what they're getting in Eufaula right now. It's loud there, but
okay. Fralick bats with 2 outs and nobody on. The stretch and the pitch. Change up in there for a strike. Shift is on for Fralick, who waits the 0-1 delivery. And here it is. High and outside, a ball and a strike. Auburn and UT Martin Tuesday night at Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. Our pregame coverage starts at 5:45. Weather looks good for the Huntsville area Tuesday night. Hope to see a lot of orange and blue in the stands. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Fralick. Whew. Actually a foul tip, a ball and 2 strikes. That was a mighty cut.
His bat was dry after that swing.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Fralick. 2 more runs for Auburn here in the 8th. The Tigers lead Old Dominion 7-1. Stretch by Ridley and the pitch. Fralick reaches down and fouls it out of play off the left side.
Well, you find out who the hardy ones are when the rain's coming down like this, the ones who don't run up underneath the overhang.
You also find out the parents that are still at the ballpark, too. You know what?
That's a good point.
1-2 pitch. This is low. Slips between the legs of the catcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Chase.
You got 3 youngsters in the Hall of Fame club seats behind home plate.
When are they ever going to sit there?
They're having the time of their lives. They're not coming out of the rain.
No. 2-2 pitch. Fralick. Here it is. All 3 inside. 13 hits on the day for Auburn, 7 runs. Auburn pitching with 10 strikeouts on the afternoon as well. Full count to Chase Fralick. 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch on the way. Flies one into left. Waters to his right. Now in and makes the catch, and the inning's over. 2 runs on 2 hits. The big blow, the 2-run homer by Cooper McMurray. We go to the 9th. The score, Auburn 7, Old Dominion 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
7 seconds. Inside Barber, wide open. Got it! He dropped it in with 4.3 to go. 78-77. Prince weaves his way up, throws up for prayer. No! Tigers win! Tigers win! 78-77. Auburn wins!
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
We move to the 9th. Carson Myers is on trying to close this one out. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Old Dominion. Zadelis, Edwards, and Morales, the scheduled 3 against the lefty Carson Myers, who recorded the final out in the 6th, has allowed 1 base hit and only 2 base runners with 4 more strikeouts. Auburn has 10 Ks on the day. And the 10 Ks today are better than the 15 strikeouts for Auburn last night.
That's right.
All right, Zadelis came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th. He was the first man to face Myers. Pitch to him. Right down the middle for a strike. Myers struck him out looking. They went to the right-hander against the lefty Myers. Carson, the wind in the 0-1. Line drive into right field. Diving attempt by Terrell. He's able to keep the ball in front of him, but Zadelis is aboard.
Yeah, tough play for him to make. The ball diving wet grass.
A little bit of a risk to die for
Yes,
that one.
But he made sure to keep it in front.
He was able to keep it in front of him. Actually got a glove on that ball, then it bounced up and hit his foot.
Hit his foot, yeah.
Kick save and a beauty. Zedalis is aboard, and here's Kyle Edwards. Another righty against the lefty Myers. First pitch, strike. And both of Auburn's pitchers, the starter, Chatterton, and Myers today, have done a good job of getting that first pitch strike. Stretch. And the 0-1 to the backstop. It bounced right back to Fralick.
Yeah.
And Zedalis stayed at first. It hit the brick and bounced straight back to Fralick, and the runner stayed.
Yeah, sometimes the brick giveth. And on a ball that's going back there hard like that, it can bounce right back to you. There's not that much space.
A ball and a strike. Rain continues to fall at Plainsman Park. Pitch on the way. Fly ball into deep right field. Terrell is back at the warning track, and that is gone. It's a home run. Second of the year for Kyle Edwards. That makes it a 7-3 game. Boy, that home run in the bottom of the eighth by McMurray looms large right now, doesn't it? The two right-handers in this inning have gone the opposite field. A leadoff single for Zedalis and a two-run homer to right by Edwards. And here's Efren Morales. Morales fouls off the first pitch. Is that Hetzler again in the Auburn pen? Right-hander out there. He was warming up earlier.
It is.
Okay. 2 runs home here in the ninth. Auburn leads it now 7-3. Myers the wind in the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
Myers at 47 pitches.
Oh, and 2 the count to Morales. Carson the wind in the pitch. Missed down and in.
He threw 53 against Troy back on February 18th.
Now the 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. 2 hops to McMurray. Will take it to the bag for the out. Myers was racing over there in case they needed him to cover. And as McMurray got to the back, Carson put on the brakes and almost lost his footing.
Hetzler pitched Friday. He pitched the last inning in Auburn's win in the series opener. Only needed 12 pitches to get those 3 outs.
Here's Ryan Thomas, 0 for 3 on the day with a couple strikeouts. Swings at the first pitch and pops it into right. That's Bub Terrell territory. He has to make a last-second adjustment, comes on and makes the bucket catch, and now there's 2 down. And Evan Holman, the catcher, is on. 2 outs and nobody on for Old Dominion. Auburn with a 7-3 lead. Rubber game of the series. Auburn won here 10-4 Friday. Old Dominion 11-9 yesterday. The pitch. Holman swings at the first pitch, lifts it left side. Snow gives chase but runs out of room. And even though Carson's given up a couple base hits in the inning, 2 runs, he has gotten ahead of each hitter in this inning. Now the 0-1 to Holman. Here it is. Upstairs, a ball and a strike. Holman with a pop-up to the shortstop in the 3rd and a couple swinging strikeouts in the 5th and the 7th. That one in the 7th came against Carson Myers. 1-1 pitch to Holman. High fly ball down the left field line. That's going to go foul. Plenty of distance, but foul. And now Auburn within a strike of picking up the series win against Old Dominion. Auburn 7, Old Dominion 3. 2 outs, nobody on for the Monarchs. Top half of the ninth, the ball and 2 strikes to Evan Holman. The wind of the pitch. Here it is. Fly ball down the right field line. Long run for Terrell. He's there. And Bub makes the catch. And that's a winner for Auburn. A series winner for the Tigers. Auburn wins it this afternoon in the rain, as it turns out. Auburn 7, Old Dominion 3. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite